and an MBA from Webster University, Missouri in the USA. He has previously worked at the International Criminal Court at The Hague, Netherlands. So let's put our hands together and receive Victor Fakula.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, and to the corporate bodies here today. I want to use this opportunity to thank Barrister Kukulati, who gave a wonderful speech earlier. He's a board of director on the Human Rights Foundation, and he has been a splendid board member for the years we've known him. And also I want to recognize the Deputy Controller of Prisons, Ikoyi, Deputy Ali, right there. Thank you. That's a man that I've known a couple of years from now, and we've had a good relationship over the years. And also I just want to thank every one of you for coming today. Today is a very important day. I still remember the stench. When I say the stench, I mean the stunk, the smell. I was on a mission trip in Nasarawa, in Kefi, and we went into a prison there just for a missionary trip. And this was a prison that was built basically for 150 inmates, and there should have been about 600 inmates there. And sometimes you have a room where they were meant for 8 inmates, and they had 40 inmates in there. And I remember very well closely, I decided to go to see the chief warden and to ask him what the problem was. And he told me that yes, they have a lot of inmates here, but they don't have a wagon to take them to court. So I was thinking in my mind, if you don't have a wagon to take them to court, then how did they get into prison? Because there seemed not to be a problem coming in. There was a problem going out. So I left the prison. I went straight to the motor park, not too far, and I got one of these Here's bus that's going to Lafia, and I rented one and I brought it from the prison. So I told the DCP to load the inmates up and so we can go to court. And of course, we loaded the inmates. We had to lap them, just to lap them over, just to maximize space. And on taking them to court in Yanya in Abuja, I went to see the registrar and I told them, look, we have some of these inmates, some of them have been here, some were there 5 years. They don't really know why they were there, didn't even know what the charge was. And the registrar, by the time we went through their files, we found that half of them did not have any files. So I went to see the chief magistrate over that court, and I told her what the problem was. And she looked at me and she said, there's nothing I can do. Now, that was a very profound statement for a chief magistrate to tell me that. Because basically what we're saying is that these individuals are locked up physically, but on paper they don't exist. And they've been there for 5 years, nobody. And that was how Human Rights Foundation became to be. And since then, we started taking them to court. And of course, we started what you call a prison day. And this prison day was on Wednesdays. We had to come up with a day for where all cases just for prison was given a priority on Wednesdays. So it became a Wednesday prison day where we take kids to court. And just for 4 years, we were able to decongest most of the prison in Nasarawa State. In that 4 years, about 200 inmates got released. And until now, as we speak right here, every Wednesday, it is still being funded by a couple of our partners where we still take them to court. It is not an easy task, but nevertheless, this is what we are. So when you ask what is Human Rights Foundation, we advocate for the rights of prisoners, for ex-offenders, or for individuals, especially the indigent, for those who can't afford to get representation. That is what we do. That is our mandate. And because of that, every day we go into the prisons, especially now we're in Lagos. There's 5 major prisons in Lagos. There's 3 in Kirikiri, there's 1 in Ikoyi and 1 in Badagry. And we do now take them to court, as you can see from the testimonies. But like I said, it's a slow process. But one of the things we've noticed in this nation is that the system is broken. I think we all know that. And if I quote it right, the Attorney General himself last year was saying that because there was a case where an inmate was released after 10 years without trial. And Lagos State was asked to pay the inmate 7 million naira, I believe. And the Attorney General was complaining that why should he be the villain in this matter? And rightly so, I think he's correct. Because in the way he said that I don't have control over the police. I don't have control over the prisons. The prisons is a federal agency. The police is a federal agency. I am Lagos State. I don't have control over those guys. But unfortunately, every time an inmate is arrested based on the offense of a Lagos state, kept in the custody of the Nigerian Prison Service as a federal agency. Okay, and usually at some point, the reason why you have some of these inmates been there for 5 years, 6 years is because at some point, the law says that when the police should arrest a lot of these inmates, files should be duplicated, sent to the Department of Public Prosecution, and they should say whether there's a case to answer or not. But oftentimes, there's no case that is being duplicated. So, of course, the inmate is being remanded. There's nobody knowing where he is. I've had prosecutors coming to me in the courtroom asking me, where is the inmate locked up? I think it's a very profound thing when the prosecutor who locked the inmate asks me where the inmate is. If he doesn't know where he is, I'm not sure why I'm supposed to know where the inmate is. But this is the situation that we're at. This is the reality. And I'm going to make a disclaimer right now. I don't belong to the ACN. I don't belong to PDP. So let nobody claim me right here. But what I'm saying right here is this. No, I am not the Labour Party either. But what I'm saying is that until we have a unified criminal justice system, this is the reality that we have. Inmates are still going to be falling into the cracks, whether we like it or not. We're still going to have inmates there for 4 or 5 years, and we are still going to be battling this. It's been there since over the time, at least for 40 years now, and we still have it. But where HRF right now is coming in is a project we are doing right now. It's called Take It Back. Take It Back just basically means taking your life back, taking what is lost. Because a lot of the times, after going through the rigors of getting these inmates out and getting them released, they come to me and says, Mr. Victor, I don't know where I will go. All my things don't come off house. They don't have a place to stay, nothing to do. Of course, these are the reasons why you now see the high rate of repeat offenders back in the prisons. Because it doesn't take them long. While they're hanging out in the street corners, they'll be picked up sooner or later. So we have this vicious cycle, keep going on and on. And this is why we came up with this project, Take It Back. Take It Back is basically a reformation project, a rehabilitation project that causes behavioral change and at the same time bring entertainment to the public. Basically, these inmates, we're giving them a platform where they are going to be showcasing their creativity. They're going to be showcasing what talents they have. It doesn't matter what they have, but we're giving them a platform for this. And this is a reality TV show. It's going to be aired on a couple of our major networks. It's to be aired at the third quarter of this year in July. Auditions start on May 6th. That's when the audition starts. Competition is going to be within the Lagos prisons. Lagos State right now is the pilot project we're working on. And like I said, we have 5 major prisons in here. So we're going to have contestants who are going to be competing with each other within all these prisons. Now, like I said, auditions is going to start on May 6th. Just let me be categorically clear. Ikoyi prison itself houses about 1,700 inmates. Am I right, Deputy Controller? Okay. And I know Kirikiri Medium houses about 2,007. We have the Kirikiri Female that houses about 300. And then we have Badagry that has about 400. So you're looking at about 6,000 inmates here, roughly, that we're going to be going through the auditions. But we do believe that every one of them should have a say-so. Every one of them should have an opportunity. Because people are going to be watching, there are going to be millions of viewers, and we believe it's going to be fun. And we believe that also that a lot of people also for the first time are going to be able to see what goes on inside the prisons. We're humanizing the prison for the first time. This is the first of its kind, the first show ever in Nigeria or in Africa that has ever been done. So we understand that we are moving into a new frontier. We are moving into we are pioneering something very new. So I know for some people they're looking at it weird, like inmates, what? But this is it. Whether we like it or not, as Barrister Populati has said earlier, Constitution guarantees their rights. Whether we like it or not, at some point, each of these inmates, most of them will be sentenced, and after the sentence is done, they're coming back to live right next with us. They're going to be your neighbors, they're going to be right next to you. So whether we don't do nothing about it, it's still going to affect us, whether we like it or not. So this is why Human Rights Foundation is taking this battle and taking it to them, showcase their talents. Hopefully somebody will see him on the network and will be able to pick him up. And also this brings back dignity to them, to show that they have something to offer. They're coming back to the public to say they have something to offer. So this is a big deal. We're all excited about it. And we're hoping also that a lot of our media partners and some of you here, the corporate bodies also, will be joining us in sponsoring this event as we move forward. But nevertheless, this is called, like I said, Take It Back. these individuals will be taking their lives back. There's always a proverb that says you can take a horse to the river, you can't force a horse to drink water. Well, we are taking them to the river, and they are going to do what they do best, and we hope that they will drink some water while they're at it. So I just want to say a good thank you to every one of you who are here again today. Thank you for coming here today, and I just want to say please enjoy the program as it goes. Thank you very much.